Hello and welcome to another episode of the FunkyPod Media Cast, Media Friday, because it's Friday somewhere, recording it on a Friday, every week, dissecting what happened in the media. And this time, as always, over the past 2 months or so, I'm going to start with the same topic because, well, you're not changing anything. I'm not changing anything, but we still need to be aware of it, get as many eyes as possible on it. Myanmar is still happening. There's still the coup going on now. The government now, the dictatorship, I don't know how to actually call it. The forces that are running the country now actually ordered satellite TV to be blocked as well. So they're shutting down more and more contact to the outside, which is, of course, not in the interest of the people. So again, still protests going on. You can see this still on social media. Hashtag Save Myanmar, hashtag what's happening in Myanmar. Check it out. You can see there are still protests on a daily basis in different cities across the country. People are still fighting back and need, of course, our help. So keep an eye open. Let everybody know. Let the politicians know something needs to help there. Even Barack Obama talked about it, I think last week, saying that it's heartbreaking to see how Myanmar is suffering right now. So even the former president acknowledges it. Why not the current president, the current administration in all the countries around the globe? Why aren't they saying anything? Might be that because China is too much involved, but still, it's nothing we should be ignoring. So please change. Switch up your focus a little bit. Move away from TikTok for a second, from Reels, and look at what's happening in Myanmar. In a similar direction to stick with like some sad content to kick off the podcast. We also see in Palestine some issues again when it comes to social media usage, because I just talked about satellite TV being blocked, and of course we talked about before that in Myanmar they're blocking certain sites online. The threat of shutting it completely down is there as well. So now there are some news that has also happened to Palestinians, apparently. And now I have to look at my notes to not say something wrong. So according to Al Jazeera, but also other news outlets, Palestinians have slammed social media companies for shutting down their personal accounts and censoring content about attacks on residents and activists by Israeli forces and settlers in the occupied East Jerusalem neighborhood of Sheikh Jarrah. So we don't want to make it too political here. Of course, I'm not a political expert by any means, but censorship in any form, of course, isn't something that we should be advocating for, right? So apparently over the past few weeks, the residents of this East Jerusalem neighborhood of Sheikh Jarrah have held vigils every night to support the Palestinian families under the threat of forced displacement from that area. And so apparently content that people filmed, uploaded, has been censored. Even personal accounts been disabled. That documented the happenings. There are some videos were about police going in and then just using force, police brutality against residents of that neighborhood, Palestinian residents. So that's, of course, rather alarming and nothing that, again, we should be ignoring. I'm simply assuming most of us that are, doing this podcast, but also listening to the podcast, are rather fortunate, I assume, because we have internet connections and everything. I simply make the assumption right now and seeing that those things are happening. So we shouldn't take this for granted, what we have right here, and should be aware of what's happening in other parts of the world, in Myanmar, as well as in this East Jerusalem neighborhood with the Palestinians living there. That's been ongoing forever, of course, this conflict, and we're not going to solve it, even though Donald Trump said he's going to solve it. But I can fix it right now, of course. But again, censorship, of course, definitely not a way to go. And it still comes out, right? It still comes out, and of course doesn't paint a good light on any of the authorities involved, the social networks involved. But you can just imagine how much pressure must be on those social networks to actually force the censorship on them, right? Interesting. Come to your own conclusions in here. if I make any conclusion, then I'm going to get banned too. But since we're just on the topic with Donald Trump, because Trump said he's going to fix Jerusalem, right? The problem between Jerusalem and Palestine, it is. Apparently, there was a new account on Twitter that was tweeting in behalf of Donald Trump and just shared Donald Trump's news updates. And this account now also got banned from social media. Congratulations, that was fast. And this account shared news from Trump's new social network, which is not a social network. It's a website that shows Donald Trump updates in tweet form, but it's just on the website. It's donaldtrump.com/desk. And it says Save America. And you just see it looks like tweets printed out or screenshotted and then just put on there. So it's just the style. So it's not a social network. Donald Trump, it's not a social network. If you want to build a social network, get in touch. Digital transformation, here I am, no problem. I'm happy to help create a social network. This is not a social network. And of course, it's rather #sad. Okay, let's move on to a few less sad news that came out during this week before we then go back into some serious stuff again. Clubhouse, gonna have a Clubhouse, by the way, also next Friday, 7:30 p.m. Thai time. Check out whenever that is for you guys. Talking about media studies and so on Clubhouse. So feel free to join there. So Clubhouse says they're moving to the next stage of development for Android app. Congratulations! Maybe you'll come out 3 or 4 months after Twitter Spaces, Spotify, Reddit, AMA, and what else is out there. Nice, Clubhouse. Nice. They also say they're working on a development of more payment tools for Clubhouse. So by now you can see it's a cash grab, right? It's like it's a platform that now really tries to push this monetization thing home, and I don't like it. In the beginning, it was like, okay, something new, something cool here. But now it's just, it becomes more and more obvious that it's all about the monetization part, creating influencers on the platform, making or monetize them, probably take a percentage from them. I don't like it. Clubhouse, if bold prediction here, if this continues like this, Clubhouse is going to be gone next year. Bought by Spotify. And then Spotify uses the Clubhouse tech to run their own live chat podcast platform, or whatever you want to call it. Joe Rogan, they slapped Joe Rogan branding on there. The new Joe Rogan whatever chat feature. Did you know that there's, not related to Joe Rogan, but did you know that there's a website called Strip Chat? And no, I did not find it. I listened to a podcast the other day, to an MMA podcast, actually more on this MMA Monday on Monday. And they discussed that a famous MMA fighter, Nate Diaz, will have an appearance on Strip Chat. I think that's the name of chat, stripchat.com, I think. This podcast is not powered by stripchat.com. Apparently they rake in 400 million page views a day. A month. But it's still a lot. And well, I haven't researched yet, to be honest. But judging from the name, stripchat.com, you could imagine what happens there. And 400 million views per month. Ooh, congratulations, not bad. Not related to Clubhouse. An adult-only Clubhouse. You heard it here first. I want credit for this. If any one of you creates an adult-only Clubhouse, ASMR house. I said it first. If you make it work, I want a commission for either the ASMR house. It's not bad actually, or like the adult-only Clubhouse. Give me my commission. In Bitcoin, no. In Ethereum Classic. In Dogecoin, no. In SafeMoon. Whatever. Don't forget me. Don't just steal my idea. Okay, but back to the news of this week. Crypto stuff coming in a second anyways. So that was Clubhouse for now. Facebook apparently is right now in a role of being super woke again. So they, and I wrote it down, they added new safety features and creative tools for Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Okay, very woke of you, Facebook. Cool. Why is Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month the same actually? So just curious. Like, no, we just put them all together. Also, we not only have Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, we also have Mental Health Awareness Month. And I'm not making fun of, I think mental health awareness is super important. So all for it, but they're now also adding new emotional health resources to Facebook. And it all happens right now. So it's like they had a meeting. They're like, hey, we need to be more woke, more aware. What can we be aware of? Mental health. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. Let's do something there. What else? Check the calendar. Oh, it's Pacific Islander and Asian Heritage Month. Let's do something here. Yeah, it feels a little bit like this. But hey, more wokeness. Woo, good for you, Facebook. Good for you. Speaking of tech giants, right? YouTube also apparently adds few new things. One of them being timed comments, so that you can actually see when those comments happen. So to add more context to your comment, which I think is a good idea, because then you see, oh, that's why you're talking about it. Especially if you're commenting on old Joe Rogan videos, because the new ones are not on YouTube, like those 3-hour ones, and it says like, hey, you commented on 2 hour 37 or whatever. I think that's helpful. It's a good idea. Why didn't you do this sooner? But that's a good idea. Thank you, YouTube. Makes sense. Further news. TikTok will enable social login. So now you can soon, you will be able, that's what I should say, soon you will be able to log into other websites via the social login via TikTok. What do you do with Facebook right now, or Line, or WhatsApp, or Apple, Google? Soon you will be able to do this with TikTok too. Log in with your TikTok account. Nice. TikTok, you're great. And you guys don't have any issues letting TikTok get all the data. You know who owns TikTok, right? Just saying. I'm in the media, right? And I teach media stuff. I don't have TikTok on my phone. Just saying. And I test all those social apps. I don't have TikTok on my phone. Just saying. I also don't have WhatsApp on my phone anymore, even though WhatsApp just announced that they relaxed the deadline for accepting their new privacy policy. Early in the year, they came out with this new privacy policy that you have to agree to if you want to continue using WhatsApp. And then many of people, I don't know, in the media, but just many users said like, no, that's not too much. Down the road, you're going to connect to Facebook and so on, and we don't want this. So privacy concerns. So let's not agree. Let's just delete it. And now they said, hey, it's supposed to be due in May, but you have more time now to maybe consider agreeing to the privacy terms. Not desperate at all, WhatsApp. Not desperate at all. I see what's happening there. And no, I'm not reinstalling you, WhatsApp. You're gone. You're fired. What else do we have? Twitter, of course, Clubhouse out there, Facebook, YouTube. Twitter needs to be out with something new too. And they're adding the tip jar feature to Twitter, so you can send money to your favorite accounts. That's nice. I guess if it's really just a tip jar, it would be nice. But now everyone's gonna angle for donations and stuff like this. Right? Like, don't forget to donate. Every tweet's gonna be like shorter, and then just at the end, don't forget to donate. Blah blah blah. That's gonna be annoying. I mean, I appreciate, or I understand why you would want to have a tip jar. Like, hey, it's a cool account. Let's just tip them. But I can also see how now every other content creator is going to add a CTA at the end, a call to action, like, hey, don't forget to donate me. Don't forget my tip jar right here. It's going to be frustrating if that happens. Well, I told you I'm going to talk about cryptocurrency. Oh, before I talk about cryptocurrency, though, 2 more things, 1.5 more things, actually. What's very interesting right now in the news, and I can't really break it all down because it's just so much, but there's a big lawsuit battle going on right now between, shall I say it's Epic. I'm sorry. It's a lawsuit between Epic Games, the ones that are very famous for a lot of games, but mostly probably for Fortnite, and they're suing Apple. Yeah. And again, I took some notes, so let me quickly look at my notes so again, I don't get it wrong here. So the main reason why Epic probably sues Apple is not just to get money from Apple, but to like change the Apple policy for games. Why? So, and I wrote it down here, and thanks to, I think I found it on The Verge, the explanation, so thanks for this. They say the reason Epic's Fortnite got thrown out of the Apple App Store was that Epic Rogue updated Fortnite to offer a payment mechanism that bypassed Apple, the App Store. So you can pay inside the game, but then not via the App Store, so that then Apple wouldn't get 30%. That's the normal percentage that they take from in-app purchases. It's a lot. And then Apple was like, yeah, no, you're out of the App Store. And now Epic, who owns Fortnite, are suing Apple over this. And the interesting thing here is, and let me look a bit closer because my eyes are getting worse. So Epic is not the only one. Epic found some very powerful, allies here. Yeah, so along with Epic, we have Spotify, from Spotify, Match Group, all the dating apps, Basecamp, and apparently even many. It just says, I was reading, it just says many more, but there are already a few big names here: Spotify, Match, Basecamp, Tile as well. So you can see there's like lots of lawsuit power behind this lawsuit. So it's going to be interesting, like who's gonna emerge as the victor out of this, one more time, epic battle of the lawyers. We should keep an eye open for that. This is probably going to take a while. Also, what I found on The Verge was the Muskie bingo, and it's just funny. You all know Elon Musk gonna be on SNL Saturday Night Live this Saturday, hosting Saturday Night Live. Dogecoin to the moon. Don't forget to sell it on Sunday, but don't sell it right after SNL because that's early in the morning here. I might still be in the bed, so I can't sell my Dogecoin. And so please wait until you sell Dogecoin until I'm awake and I can see that it's like hitting or taking the curve, going down. Then I'm gonna sell it with you guys. Okay, give me a heads up. Reddit, give me a heads up. Wall Street Bets, let me know when you start selling Dogecoin. So they have the Elon Musk bingo. Like, what is Elon Musk gonna say? And it's like a bingo, and like, check it out on theverge.com. It's like probably some Joe Rogan reference, for example, some Mars reference. Elon Musk dies on Mars, some self-driving Tesla bit or whatever, or something completely different, cringeworthy in there. It's kind of fun. Check it out. What's also kind of fun, before I then close with the crypto stuff, what's also kind of fun is what you could try. And I wanted to show you, and I forgot that I record on my phone, so I can't show you. But if you wake up your Google Assistant and you ask your Google Assistant to sing you the vaccine song, your Google Assistant will actually sing you a vaccine song. Yeah, give it a try. Let me know. There are different vaccine songs. Actually, I tried it twice and it sang two different songs. So wake up your Google Assistant and ask your Google Assistant to sing you the vaccine song, and then you will get a vaccine song sung to you by Google. Okay, we close things off by looking at some cryptocurrency news again, of course. Since I record here in Thailand, some news here. Thailand will now require in-person registration for cryptocurrency. You know, the funny thing is that over the past few years, there's like an initiative from the government called Thailand 4.0. So they want to digitally transform Thailand into like this futuristic Southeast Asian super hub. And then they do this. Cryptocurrency is booming. In 2020, there were 120,000 accounts on cryptocurrency exchanges. By now, there are 700,000. So there are 66 million people here. So it's not that much yet, but you can see the growth, right? So now they say, hey, let's just throttle this growth. It's too fast, too many. Now you have to sign up, register in person. There will be like some machines that will then read your Thai ID card or your passport if you're a foreigner, and then you have to register in person. So far, you have to register in person, like on the website, like meaning you have to actually upload your ID, take a selfie and so on, and you get verified. So it's not anonymous anyways, but now in the future, it's going to be in-person registration in order to then trade cryptocurrency, which of course will throttle it again. Good job, Thailand 4.0. What else did we see in cryptocurrency this week? A lot, of course, Ethereum to the moon, Bitcoin kind of recovering. Dogecoin is around 20 baht, which is not a dollar. It's like half a dollar, 50, 60 cents or so, I think. Yeah, SafeMoon is trending right now. You can't even buy it on Binance or anything yet, and still it's trending. So that just shows like how powerful cryptocurrency news have become. I still find it fascinating that BNB coin is doing well, but of course, because Binance is making big moves, it keeps making big moves. Binance, I think, slowly getting ready to open that NFT market that they announced not too long ago on their platform. Coinbase now said they're gonna allow transactions via PayPal, so you can use PayPal. I just learned that you actually say PayPal to make those transactions. So to top up your account, but only if you're in the US. Lame. That's a thing that apparently many banks now agreed or getting ready to enable their customers to do cryptocurrency trading, which then in return, of course, will spike more cryptocurrencies, probably the more traditional ones first. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to also benefit from this. Of course, it's going to be the first one with the banks. Ethereum probably going to be the second one. And then let's see what else will be there. XRP. XRP is now gaining steam again in that lawsuit against the SEC, because now XRP is like, wait, SEC, we would like to see some more documents of how you obtained all this data. So now XRP seems like in a driving seat for a bit again. That's going to be still interesting to see how this lawsuit goes back and forth. I still expect XRP, Ripple, to come out there looking good and probably then gaining even more steam afterwards. All right, that's it for now. I do have, not sure if I release it this week or next week, because I'm kind of renovating the studio setting here a little bit. So maybe it will be next week, but let's see how this goes. I have a few ideas in regards to NFTs, and since I'm not the smartest person when it comes to technology per se, like I have ideas, but then how to actually do it, it sometimes takes a while, and I need people to talk about it. And since nobody in my circle of friends wants to talk about NFTs because nobody understands it, I thought I'm going to talk to you about a few ideas, and then we just see if we can make something work. All right, but for now, that's it for this week's quick media cast here. If you're watching the video, take a last look at this surrounding. This is going to change today, tomorrow, hopefully, and the next podcast should look different. If you're listening, maybe the color of the walls will affect the sound quality as well. Who knows? You will find out soon. Until then, thanks for joining. Don't forget to shoot your comments my way, social media, in the comment section. Email funkitpod@gmail.com. Until then, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon.